Hmm. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I didn't think I would be here this morning. Let's let the room build up. Everybody say their hello, say where you guys are at this morning, whether you guys are hanging out with us here in the Philippines or if you guys are freezing, hot. And let me take a moment to say if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. We show about half of you are watching, peepers, and all that good crap, but not subscribe. Subscribing and comment helps push our channel and lets us know that you guys are, boy, that almost sounded commercialized. That you guys are enjoying our content. Or I could say, so George doesn't get mad. He may not come back until you guys subscribe. So I'm grabbing some information here. So I figured we'd be covering this at least once or twice more. There's been no updates of any further findings of these expats that are actually missing. Okay. Interesting. Are you kidding me right now? All right. So, but what we do have is we have footage of the guys coming in, and we have what I thought. I figured there was girlfriends waiting for him. We have one of the girlfriends that are going to talk, and she'll explain exactly what's going on. Let's see. Getting something there. The computer I had to restart. I had all the information here, and it looks like it is missing. So, okay, so the search is on for the 6 missing foreign hikers in Negros. Basically, the operations are going to continue. The Valencia police have identified the 6 people. Um, Also, they have stated that they believe that they're going to recover them, where they're actually going to be okay, which is actually pretty good news. Will you stop, kitty? Let's see. I believe the girl that I have for video, and this is what I wanted to look up before I continued here. It said a live-in partner named Lenny. It says Godness, literally Godines or Godness, but it says Godness. Filed a missing report on Wednesday evening after the group failed to return, and was told to wait at least 24 hours. So the 4 other foreigners, German nationals, Wolfgang is still missing, 67. Aldwin Fink, 60. The Russian is missing, Anton, and a certain Terry, the Canadian, is actually missing. So I found it a little like odd, guys. Let me say my hellos. Bobby G is in the house. And it looks like Jose is in the house. What's going on? MB is almost always in there first. Joseph Relaford is in the house. He is in Billy Bago. He is here in Angeles City. And get the hell out of here, Tony. You're not welcome here today. Just kidding. I like picking on Tony. Honestly, we're thinking about naming one of the cats after you. We just like to name Tony. So I had a friend growing up that used to hang out all the time. He was older. He was a good-looking Italian guy, and his name was Tony. And so I said he wouldn't be here. So he's out and about doing his things. So I told you he was sleeping in for a little bit, and then he took off. So we did a lot. Don't you do it, you son of a biscuit! Hey, she almost killed the live stream. Want to say hi? Can you say hi? This is the one that's blind in one eye. I don't know. Well, and touched. I mean, special. I don't know. Did Trump bring back where I can call you what you are? Huh? Bird brain? This is my bird brain here. Okay. So, no. So we did a live stream covering this yesterday and figured it would give him usually. He sleeps in a little bit longer, but it's the weekend here in the Philippines. He visits with the granddaughter and his daughter and family and the uncle and everything. And I'm like, I'll just do a live. I wasn't going to till I was sitting there kicking around a few things this morning. And I'm like, no, let's go ahead and do it. I was going to cover, and I'll cover it later, not really expat related, but they did find a baby in a box. It literally showed these guys riding up in a motorcycle, and they dumped a newborn baby girl in a box and left her out there. And you seen the person drop the box and then hop back on the motorcycle, and they took off. So, in my opinion, it was probably both parents, and it's sad, but it happens. It looks like it does. Bring on George. He might be here in time before this ends. Usually we run 2-hour live streams, so it just depends. He left like an hour ago. I do also want to announce that our Billick buy-in box from the US is here. From California, Ted has sent a huge box, and this is heavy. This thing's got to weigh twice my weight, and that's pretty big. I'm just gonna let you know that it's a heavy, heavy box, and it's huge. And so soon as George gets in, we'll open that up and put that on footage and let you guys see. We tend to get a few boxes and Amazon deliveries because Amazon delivers items. So like our birthdays are both in July. People send us stuff through Amazon, and they try to send us boxes, and so we always appreciate it. We're very, very grateful. It's the biggest reason we do it is because we mentioned before, it's not for the pay. So it helps, but most of that goes back into electricity and the apps. We spend like StreamYard's like $25 by itself. I do want to let you know the electric bill came. Highly excited about that. I expected it to be really expensive this month because a few times we dropped the AC a few times. But I do want to let you know that the AC has been on the fritz on and off. We guys told you a few months ago it was freezing, but that's when the temperature started changing. And then we found out that one of the bolts was cracked and broke. We were losing freon, and the unit's about 2 years old. But now the air blower is fluctuating. So I figured with it blowing hard, blowing soft, blowing hard, blowing soft. Got you guys going yet? Got George. George like, what is she saying? But anyways, that's what it does. Blow hard, blow soft. And, and then and I figured that would cause the rise in the electric bill, but no, it was like 5,000 pesos. So last month it was 7 or 8, and this month it was 5. Go figure. I'll take it. And the electric went up. So, anyways, so that's where I'm at. CBG, you need to sit. CBGB, you need to sit down too. So, all right. So that's what's going on. And then of course I was going to dress up in that character I haven't done in a while, where I did the nails and the blonde wig. And I said, with this, I'll wait. And then, of course, I still wanted to cover that missing female expat that they found. But Bings, we found footage of this and the girlfriend. It should be quite interesting. So let me bring on the first part here. It's just going to run through. It's just going to run through the actual expats that were actually found. There's one of them, weak man. And this is just where they were announcing on the news. I had more stuff to talk about during this, but when I restarted the computer, it all disappeared. So it's live. So I don't get what's on his nose because the photo was taken a while back. I don't know what the red stuff on his face was. So, and this is just where they're announcing 2 of 6 were actually found. And they're saying this is a really dangerous area, like as far as hiking and stuff. There's photos, and I got video footage this morning. So it's being announced all over the world, but you can get an idea of just looking at that. Looks like oversized ant piles, man. Jiminy crickets. Hey, Tony. I mean, just look at that. And then the girlfriend's going to talk here in a little bit. And I told you there was some girl back there. When's my rent going to be paid? And I must sit here and say, guys, for the love of God, this is a conversation topic live stream, bringing you funny stuff, making fun, and bringing you the news. And of course, this is a serious deal. We had a few people lose their shit, as they always do. Keep your shit inside and stay in your own country. Because more than likely, this is somebody that's sitting on a couch somewhere in the United States that'll never make it here. At least I'm sitting on a couch in the Philippines telling you what's really going on. But it's a topic of conversation. It's been like that for us for years, and it's just the way it's done. You know what I was thinking the other day? I seen Jimmy Kimmel, and it's okay for people like Jimmy Kimmel, to go through and do this bad and good stuff for SNL. And then because people love us so much, it's a problem, and pretty much you can stick it in your ass. But it's just the way that it goes, guys. But it's a topic of conversation. It's what's going on. It's what's real. It's what's happening. What's happening? Look at this. This is where. Here we go, guys. This is on Facebook. Here comes the other one. There's that blanket George talked about. Look at the size, real quick. Look at the size of the Filipinos compared to, I imagine the expats probably 6'3" or something. But yeah, he's a really tiny guy. I mean, not that it really means. I just noticed the height size difference. They would need maybe like 12 of them to get me out. Then 12 more. Honestly, it looks pretty good for a couple days. Hi, Jen.
But where did you let the car? It was your last
Alex, what one can What about 3 o'clock on Wednesday?
Wednesday, 3 o'clock, you separated.
Yes.
Right. I agree with you on that, Ted. I was gonna say, did he leave his tooth out in the woods or eating trees? Or I just have to say, it is what it is. If you put yourself in social media, or you're stuck in social media, or get your ass lost out in the woods, you're gonna get talked about. Just like I know people talk about me. It's part of life, man. But he must have got his tooth stuck in a tree somewhere. You just want to say it. And we're adults. We're all adults here. I bet they licked the window of the buses, right? Hey, I ate the icicles off the back of cars. I ain't even joking. George says that all the time, but that's a true story. Gray icicles was my deal. And my sister, my sister April said, she goes, at least eat the clear ones. I said, yeah, but the other ones taste so smoky and salty. And this is the real deal, man. I was always like Danger Mouse out there and stuff. Okay, so there you guys go. Some of them rescued, but what we got going on here in a few minutes is the girlfriend talking, and I know you guys are gonna have something to say about this one. I'm wondering why only one reported, and it was a house full of men renting a house. Is this a housemaid become girlfriend? Is it a long-term girlfriend? Is it a rent a girlfriend? I'm curious. I mean, yeah, I'd be happy too, Joseph. I hear you on that one. I hear you. And it's a good thing they were found. We always tell you guys that, just like the Elliot Eastman thing that we extensively covered, we always make the statements that, that it's sad and it's tragic. And then the same with these guys. I'm glad that 2 of the 6 were found. And oh my God, George and the barbecue thing. But it is. So let me bring on, and then uh they should have to pay for, yes, they should, in my opinion, because the girlfriend's gonna spill the beans. Basically, they're inexperienced hikers. It was for exercise. If I'm gonna go for exercise, I'm gonna go upstairs and clean the upstairs bathroom, for Christ's sake. Or I'm gonna walk around the subdivision here, or I'm gonna go walk in the mall, or I'm just going to jump George's bones 10 times in a day. That's usually how it gets done. It's like, walk around the park, or walk around the block, or go to the mall and spend money. Nope, we can play a board game and have a wine cooler, and then I'll just jump George's bones. So So it's just actually where it's at, guys. So I'm gonna get in here and answer some of these. Just say hi to you guys real quick, and then I'll bring up the second video. Try to let people come in. I know I started early. Yeah. What is going on? Like I said, stick around. Wow. Okay. The special cat is playing with a tennis ball in the bathroom. Clean place to play. What's up, M Dougie Fool? What's up? I was going to write a song this morning and I was going to do the Big Burr Skeet song maybe. And then I'm like, crap, I got 15 minutes left and it looks like George ain't going to get back anytime soon. And I was like, let me get coffee, go to the bathroom and then, like I said, I had to restart the freaking computer. But I wanted to do a song. We had to I probably do a What's Up song. How about that? I was telling George we haven't wrote any songs lately or redone any, but I like we talked about the What's Up song at one point. What's Up song, and then we'll do a Burr Skeet song. Burr Skeet, Burr. George does it so well. And then I'm like, brr. He said, you sound crazy. I said, hey, that's as good as it gets. Brr, brr. I'm like a motorcycle. Brr, skeet, brr, skeet. So, and did you guys see, we mentioned yesterday about the Heathrow airport? They were showing that there was some American Karen in there, like having a total fit and meltdown and everything's like, lady, that there's not a whole lot you could do right now. Although I'd probably in there kicking and screaming too. So, but if they'd have got me a Hershey bar and some hot chocolate, I'd have shut right the hell up. So who knows? It doesn't take a lot. Man, would you like a piece of pizza? I'm in. You would say, well, what's up? But yeah, that was a hot mess. So it looks like they're going to be behind on a few days, and also they said a volcano erupts somewhere. Can you guys remind me? Indonesia. So I guess there's going to be some slowdowns of that. Oh Lord, what is up, Racer X? Morning, morning. Yo, yo, yo. Here we go. Good day, all. Get your coffee, get your beer, and get on over here. I like those photos in the background. Here's the thing on these photos, real quick. Um, we can make shorts with the software. We have two different software programs. The problem is when we're doing them and it edits them, it keeps throwing the photos in there. Like it doesn't catch or decipher us versus the photos. Like these are when me and George got married, and then this was at Candy Palace recently. And then, of course, our posters and stuff. But no, it all of a sudden throw a shot of my face in there or George's as a third party, and it goes to it like it's another person in the video, and I'm like, oh my god. Bet it makes sense. It's just trying to detect the face. So I was trying to bring more shorts and stuff. Good morning, Joseph, and of course Tona. Wolfgang Munster, right? Why did his name the guy Munster? Isn't that odd that they know the guys and maybe it's because they don't want their family to know they're there? Anybody have any idea why they're not announcing their last names? Or are they not totally up on their immigration? Do the other guys just didn't know their last names? But somebody should know who they are by now. I mean, it should be known. It's been days and it's all over the news and stuff. So, but yeah, the Canadian isn't saying. He could be hiding from Trump. Who knows? It's like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to be the 51st state. Yeah, he's out and about, family, and he's supposed to be hunting donuts. It's the weekend, man. Hunt them donuts. So, Tony's the Italian. What's going on, Victor? Oh, you said to retest the AC capacitor to see if it's current and stable. Is that like the flux capacitor? Here's the crazy part. It is 2 years old, but as I'm to understand, it kind of freaks them out that I use it all the time, which does make sense and not because like most Airbnbs are actually booked every day and people use the ACs most of the day, at least in, like the one we went to had an AC in every room and then the living room. So it was running all the time. So it's supposed to be used and it's got a 10-year warranty. What I don't understand is that it's already lost freon. George said in time it does. It's froze up several times. We've had it maintenance they said every 4 to 6 months or something. And we just had a major cleaning that cost us a lot. It was like 4 cleanings put into one. And now, after all that, we pay for the different things. Now it just, like I said, it blows soft, blows hard, blows soft, blows hard. And it's like, what the? And I'm like, it doesn't really affect. It's still, cool in here, but I was worried about a high electric bill. But I would definitely look into that. So yeah, but that's that hiker hasn't been found. So was that photos they had taken together and that's what it was? Wow, gotcha. Hey, what's going on? Oh, here Tweety's back. Hi, Tweet. Your eyes are dirty, sweetie. This is the one that's the most friendly, and she rides the short bus. You ride the short bus? Who rides the short bus? We ride the short bus. Who rides the short bus? We ride the short bus. Who does? Who does? Who does? Huh? Yeah, she's nice. We usually keep the ones that are special or seem like there's issues or um because we've rehomed so many of them and then keep the ones. But yeah, she's got some sort of, I don't know. She's special. Just like the one we have in there, Cookie has a crushed like voice box. She has no voice whatsoever and she just goes "Ow, ow." It's weird. But she's got a few other issues, but I love these cats. Willie tried to get in the house with the Billy Bime box. I found him over there under something. I was like, "What are you doing in here?" So, but thank you, Jen, so much, and thank you guys for the support and the members that actually joined. We're getting up there in a few members right now. It's not like a couple hundred or anything, but we're happy with having the people that we have in here. It really does make the difference because for those that don't understand YouTube, it's literally pennies on the dollar for the actual channel. And so it just shows the support and it helps. It helps quite a bit. Very, 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 very grateful. George, we miss you. Nobody misses George. Sit down, Victor. That's it. Nobody misses the little guy. Looks like he's covered in baby oil, right? I was wondering, they kept the helmet on him. I mean, maybe they really were cold, or was that cape for the dramatics or something? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Public service announcements carry a compass. Yeah, and not a digital one like George said, or I don't think they had any. And I was right, that guy had a fanny pack on. So it was like, I hope he had something in that fanny pack. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure because when I put in hikers missing Philippines, there have been some that have passed on. And if you see, a lot of them aren't even, they're not lucky. So I'm sure they will. And then I'm sure for a few weeks they will. And they're going to change their diet and change their life and find God and, try to take care of people and get married and do all these weird things. And then they'll be right back to normal. They'll go off and do other stuff. So, yeah, too much information. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Ruby? Right? I'm gonna get my. If you're talking about my exercise, I ain't too TM. Too much information. We've said a lot more than that. We love you guys. Can't wait to get over in that water and scuba dive. Yeah, I think the best I'm gonna do is snorkel. I can't, you know, I'd have to pass. Yeah, private hiking in Valencia. Yeah, were they playing hide and seek or go flashlight tag? I don't know, but George was right. They should have just sat down somewhere. So before I go through some more of these guys, leave your comments. I'm going to play the interview. And I want to let you know that there's a guy at the very end, I believe. To me, he looked like a foreigner or an expat. Turns out that I guess he's either the mayor or the governor in that area or something. So this is going to be in front of a government office. And it sounds like the interview is announced that it's one of the department people that's talking to them. This is also from Facebook. And the girlfriend was in there. I just happened to be watching and she announced that she was one of the partners. I was like, holy smoke. And I want to let you know at the beginning, it seems another German guy will not talk to him. They tried to, and he snubbed him off, which I get it. He just doesn't want to say a whole bunch. Like I said, could be he's got a wife back in Germany or wherever. I don't know. But let's take a look at this, guys. And like I said,
have an interview for a while.
Hello. We're from the province. I'm the provincial.
he won't interview.
Yes, I feel you, sir. I'm very sorry for what happened. So, can we just have a single
Short
short
statement only.
statement, sir? Yes.
How about you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good morning. We're the provincial information officers of the province.
Now, you know I got something to say. I can't go any further. What did I say earlier? And yeah, it doesn't matter where they're from or whatever. I told you their housekeeper would show up. I remember I joked it's their maid, it's the guy's, toy or whatever. It says it is a partner of one of the guys, and then I joke because she's got the headscarf on and everything. But this is the partner of one of them, and she'll explain.
Yes. So, you are, ma'am? Connie? Connie. So, you are a partner of one of the hikers? So, what happened, ma'am?
Well, normally, it's their hobby every Wednesday, Saturday. It's like their exercise.
Oh, okay.
They are seniors.
Oh, yes.
So, just a humble mistake. Last Wednesday, that they got really
Lost track.
Yeah, first time. So, normally, they just come back around 3 p.m. or 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
My partner did show up around at least 6 p.m. in the evening. So,
Okay, real quick, guys. We tried to clear it up as much as possible. The software we have removes everything, but everybody's talking in the background. But basically, she said it was for exercise, and it was their first time. And I'm like, man, George called that out about them not being professionals or whatever. And it is something they should have been before they attempted it. I appreciate their hustle and everything, but it was their first time round. So again, sorry about the additional noise. We could not remove it.
and I wait until 8 p.m. in order to start out.
Oh, okay. So, what time did they start the hiking, ma'am?
Normally, they start 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Directly moving
Oh, okay. Okay.
How about the route, ma'am? Is this their regular route?
He knows the going to Ocean 25 Falls.
Yes.
I hope they don't get lost. I don't know, they stay indoor.
Oh, oh, okay. So, about what happened, any statement, ma'am? Or maybe you want to ask for additional assistance, or what can the government help you? Yes. Helping us.
I'm trying to figure that one out. I mean, it's a girlfriend partner, and they're seeing what they can do to help her out. She just wants her man back to pay rent, guys. I'm joking, but I'm being kind of serious too. But it's so they're looking to see what they can do to support her. And I want to say that I've been watching like some of the footage because there was additional on that other footage, and from the people, there's been a pour of support and people checking in, and the Filipinos really are the greatest. They are attentive. When they were bringing the guys down, and they were making sure holding on to them, and it's really great to see them pull together and all the people that we're trying to rescue and everything. Now the article I found earlier stated that they're hoping they're going to find the guys alive and everything. So
all their needs are catered. as of the moment, all your needs are catered? Okay. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Okay.
There he is. That's the mayor. Mayor or governor, I don't know which. I kind of missed who he was, but he's an important figure down there. So I thought he was just another expat, but he's not. So, like I said, I spent 20 minutes getting parts of the articles that I'd found that were put out after yesterday. When I restarted, it all disappeared. So I was like devastated. But again, it's, yeah, because everything here shows still missing. Because they had said a little bit more, like they said that they went into some details about the food and water situation, but sorry guys, wish I had a little bit more going on here. I feel like I got a ton of cat hair on me. Thanks, tweet. Every time I have hiked the jungles, I've ran into little province villages, so I'm very surprised that the others have been walking for days and haven't ran into a kubo in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I was wondering about that. And like George says, he bets that those guys that were found sat down and the other ones were full of testosterone and just took off. I'm going to get my way out of here. And they just wouldn't sit still. And that'd probably be George. If we were both out there, I'd be like, let's go, let's go. And George would be like, no, we're going to sit here. And I'm like, we're just going to die. So, I mean, I could see me and George out there, and I probably would want to go. But until he mentioned that yesterday, I would think to continue on would be the best thing, but I guess it's not. You should, sit still. The hikers group won't get much credibility about safety. What's going on, Ruby? She said it was her first time over there, but yeah, to brag that they're the extreme hiking group, yeah, that seemed kind of out there. Yeah, see, everybody's news article is repeating the same thing. Just like George said, they copy paste and they AI it or something to make it seem like that. And for us, we try to get the update information to tell people to update, because sometimes, a lot of the stuff that we find are coming from Filipinos, and you'll find it on the backside of the pages, or the radio stations will mention it. And so we try to find additional information. Yeah, see, this one's saying, I was trying to see. Yeah, see, this is just talking about the weather. What I hate, like this one, there's a ton of ads in between it. So it gives you a small paragraph, and you have to, kind of like the daily news, you have to go in between. Yeah, there was a Daily Guardian. But I'm trying to see if there's anything that the actual hikers had actually mentioned. Yeah, see, that's weird. This is 18 hours ago, and they're still talking about what happened 2 days ago. A few of them have where the guys. Yeah. So, really extreme group there. Windows locking warriors. You can brag as much as you like if you make it out alive to tell the tale. Yeah. Well, let's hope they find those other guys. But as of this morning, that means them guys have been out for a day. So that means that's several days. There's still a limit, unless they're really like I was joking yesterday about eating grub worms and doing all these things, and it's kind of hard saying. So because them other guys that are the searchers are like really, they're professionals too. They should have, and the other guys gave. Come on. Let's see. Just looking through here to see. Okay, so the two guys that were found, this came from the Philippine News Agency, and I wanted to find this again, guys. I apologize. Again, they got separated from the four others around 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and understand it's Saturday now. And at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, hours after they first started their day hike in Sito Lunas, okay, but was unable to communicate with each other. So again, I'm trying to figure why they went together and then didn't stay together, or their families, since they didn't have a mobile signal, okay, in the mountains. And then I mentioned Liddy Godness. I believe that's who talked to the cameras. Had filed a report. The four other foreigners are German, and then we went through Russian and Canadian. Aside from the responders from Valencia Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, volunteers from Negros, wilderness first responders and rescue groups had went out. They went looking for them, and of course they go on about the Philippine Army, the Philippine National Police, had a hand in providing like the security and everything. Which, think about that one. They needed security for the rescuers. So it looks like they quit at 4 o'clock. They're supposed to resume today. So I was looking to see. I cannot find that. There was something talking about the food and water situation, but that could have been a newspaper that just kind of. Um, but it's kind of hard saying on that one. But that's not bragging rights. They should be thanking God, not bragging that they had search and rescue out for days combing the woods. Yeah, I mean, I would think, yeah, sounds like a Hoover. You talking about the soft and the blowing situation or the vacuum thing? Yeah, yeah. It was like, it's and it messes with me because I've got like an OCD anxiety thing. And speaking of that, I'm gonna talk about Sunshine. It was gonna be another live stream. My heart really goes out for Sunshine right now because he talks to my heart, man. That poor Calvin, man. On the side note, Calvin went back to the U.S. to handle business and different things, and some people like Sunshine Shoulder, some people don't. I don't always agree with this content, but I think at some point he speaks to other expats on everyday life or living. He didn't seem to come from a super rich family. He went through his own trials and tribulations with substances, and all of us are in denial if we all haven't had some sort of issues going on in our life at some point. But he's like real people like I am. And I think that's why people appreciate him and our channel. And the poor guy is going through, man. I just wanted to reach through and give him a hug, but he's not coming back anytime soon. And he's went back to, where the family is. And he's exactly in a position now that it's like that's exactly why he left. And I always hear people talk about the rat race and getting off the hamster wheel and all of that. And when he started talking, I was like, exactly, because he said his anxiety is going through the roof, and I believe it. And he's walking around doing his vlogs, and you can see a ton of traffic and semi trucks, and he goes, it's louder than the chickens he's used to. And so the hustle and bustle and being put back into that rat race and the stress. And that's what the US was for us, was stressful. It was expensive. We were trying to keep up with the Joneses. We had several cars, and we were going through several thousand a month in just like groceries, eating out, like travel expenses, our cell phones. I mean, our cell phones cost more than what we're paying in electricity right now. So it was too expensive, too stressful in dealing with things. And then, just like he said, that once he got back to the United States, everybody was happy to see him. And I know this is what would happen to me because I've considered going back and visiting. And it's like he said that they had time for him for like a couple days, and then everybody has to go back to work. That's it. I have at one point or another considered, like when I first got here, I was ready to go back. Like me and George fought over these things, and it's like I can't deal with this, I can't deal with that. And I've told you guys on and off about this. And at the end of the day, um, it's like, why? I could go live with my sisters, back up north, and I could do this and we could do that. And then I'm like, but then nobody's going to have time for you after that. Nobody's going to hang out with you. Everybody's working. So where we would officially be retired, then, but that's what he's dealing with. Nobody has any time for him. And then he's trying to put out family fires. And so he looks really stressed. He looks really, and then just like he said, there was something going on. And he put this out. This is public information. He said that the daughter's boyfriend or something was acting a fool. And just like he said, I said, don't do it, Calvin. Don't do it, because I'm telling you, he's like me. He ain't going to deal with it. If somebody did something to one of my kids, you got to get involved. Do you not get involved? You going to, like he said, if something happens, next thing you know, he's locked up. So he's really going through it, and it's going to be a real, deal. And so I don't know. It's hard. It's hard once you go to the Philippines and then you've lived in the United States to go back. Every time I hear somebody going back, and I haven't been back in 4 years, probably closer to 5, being we lived in Mexico, it's changed. And I'm sure it stayed a lot the same, but it's changed. Things are more expensive, more stressful. And then you forgot what it was like to be in that rat race and everything. And so I really feel for him, because I want him to be able to get back. And then the Filipina P spoke to my heart today. Okay. That I just seen a video she put out, and I didn't get to watch all of it, but basically she's talking about, is the Philippines right for you situation? And, can you, basically in a nutshell, she was saying, can you deal with roll with the good and bad? And in my opinion, that's what I've been telling George for the last few weeks, is that it's like, you know what, as long as it continues to be inexpensive, as long as nobody messes with me and all these things, and I'm doing me, no matter, I said, I'm good. I'm in my own little turtle shell here. So, but I feel for Calvin because he's back there. And Calvin, if the anxiety gets to him bad enough, that's my concern. And he's got to get back here to his family. He's got a daughter here, and I think he says it's his wife, it's his fiance girlfriend. I know he's still going through. I'm aware of his situation. I'm just saying they've been together, a common law, wife and everything. So I feel for him. I can't even begin to tell you. What are you doing, Tweet? Yes, it is. But here's the thing. It seems like every time they come over, Ruby, that it's like there was a nut on it that was cracked, and they claim that might have been a reason that the Freon had come through in some of the air. And so the Freon was something different, but the bolt down here that was cracked, they said might have let the air flow that didn't push to make the room cool. I don't know, but it says it's got a 10-year on the motor and this and that. But the last time, you know how it is trying to get, even though it's a professional company, professional only goes so far on some of these companies, that to get them out here, like the last time, it was like, oh, well, let's just wait until your maintenance or something without paying some sort of house call. And they want to charge as much as the cleaning itself. So right now, I think I will leave it alone. I think it says it has something to do with the blower motor getting ready to go out, but it does run all day. I shut it off in the morning for a while, and it's been cooler. I think it was only like 78 or something, but yeah. Thermal imaging is really good for locating people. Yeah, I was looking at the phone yesterday, and it was really, it looks really cute, but they were showing some people that was in a large hiking thing that were lost, and they showed that, and it was like black and white, and you could see them moving, you could see them glowing and stuff, but they sped it up. So you seen them where they came through. It was probably a trail that was like, in reality, probably half a mile long, that was being video recorded, but being they sped it up, you could see him, walking really fast across it. I was like, oh, isn't that cute? So, but yes, but I don't know if they can do that. Can they do that through like full bush jungle like that? Because the one that they were showing, there was big spaces opened up where they seen him. They had some trees, but they were more to the side, so they caught them on a path. So they might, Ruby. The government has acquired a lot of equipment, and it's possible. So, but I'm thinking that area is like really crazy. Hey, what's going on, Lucky Spot? What is going on? Hey, what's going on, Sky Tech? I'll probably replay the girlfriend video or the rescue video a little further down again. Hey, what is going on? I try to be. Sometimes George holds me back and you can't stop this train, and then you guys know I get that. It's like, oh, man. So you can't stop this train. So it's like the show must go on. I hope he brings donuts today. And I'm gonna get into that box. I know I can. I know there's junk food in that box. I've been good. Like I've been really good. And the reason that I mean, besides losing weight, I'm gonna be honest. Of course, I'm a big girl, but it's not without trying over the years. But I'm on twice the amount of steroids. I have zero thyroid. No excuse. But it's like at this point, I have to cut out on things because it hurts my body. Honestly, it's up to me if I want to be the next 900-pound person. Honestly, it is. But I don't want to be in pain while I'm living that life. And it's not healthy either. And I like when I first got here, like when we were in Mexico, that's all we ate was junk. We ordered pizza all the time. It was during the pandemic. They delivered it in Mexico, and we would get the chicken wings and we were baking things up, and we brought like a case of cookies and cream Hershey bars. And guys, this isn't all based on me. I'm talking about like George was throwing the shit in the cart. I'm gonna tell you, George likes to munch down, man. And it was crazy. And so I was eating more junk and less active. I'm twice as active now, and I eat probably 20% of that now, and still. So I've been really good, and I went into using a lot of like non-sugar things and stop ordering the fast. Try not to eat as much ultra processed. But I know damn well there's something in that damn box. And I told George, I said, you know what? The next 2-3 weeks it's on. I said because this month was an expensive month for immigration, and like really expensive this month. And so it's like some of the stuff I usually buy and the extra healthy stuff I buy is going to come last because it's cheaper, guys. It is cheaper to get some of the other stuff that's inexpensive here to eat. So I'm looking forward to that box. For those that didn't know, Ted's box arrived today. I was surprised it came this early. They were here like at 8 a.m. They called and I gave them the directions and got them to bring it in and everything. It was really crazy, man. The box is big. It is really big. If you like hiking, just join a hash group, trails marked, and a good community. Yeah, it's kind of out there. Will they throw up Georgian baby pics, baby oil pics? Love this channel, hate to unsubscribe. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but I'll put it up. Will the AI throw up Georgian baby oil pics? Love this channel, hate to unsubscribe. I have no idea what that means. Not their first time. They hike often. First time attempt this route. Okay, so that's what she meant. Gotcha. Well, at least there's lots to eat in the wild, and if they walk straight and long enough, they should hit a shore or the province. Yeah, they were. I think the girl did state that they were trying to go to the ocean, possibly, or that was their. Oh, okay. She has a child with one of the hikers, so there you go. Good thing that they haven't caught malaria being lost in the jungle for days. Oh, yeah, I'm sure if I'd had more time to dig. I mean, it's been less than 24 hours we've covered this. And like I said, I had some additional stuff, and none of the main newspapers or the emergency things, unless something has come out in the last couple hours. But I'm sure there's a bunch more information. Hey, good morning, Victoria. Ruby said, good thing they haven't caught malaria being lost in the jungle for days. Yeah, that's another concern. A very big concern. You would hope that I know there are vaccinations that could help, but yeah, you got the NPA in that area. They need security and rescues. So there it is. Hiking in the jungle obviously won't have mobile signals unless you have a satellite phone, which if there are any sort of hikers, you would think in that type of terrain, they wouldn't have taken the risk. But I mean, I myself couldn't see it. A satellite phone would have helped. Most mobile phones have a compass. Well, at least the iPhone does. Is there a chance that a Bengal large wild cat is following the hikers? Maybe. Maybe some maybe some of them snakes. Yeah, the batteries are dead for sure. You're right. I don't know. I got some pretty good cat-sized cats here. I don't know. George has got a pretty good sized cat. He said, "Let me hit that cat. Let me hit that cat. Meow meow. Meow meow. Skeet burr, skeet skeet burr." Right? Tweet tweet. And Mary, you need got old Mary here, guys. Mary has become a real Ewok. Come here, sweetie. Hey, come here. And there's Mary Bear. Look at her hair. Hi, Mary. Hi, sweetie. Want to say hi? How come you're bigger than Baby May's dogs? What is she again? Not a pug, not a Shar Pei. She's mixed with something, but she seems like. But then again, you eat a lot of snacks. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You get a lot of snacks. Oh, what? You want me to hold you? Yes? Huh? No, she's due for a haircut, but it's like every 2 weeks her hair gets super thick. And I'm like, I'm just going to let it go. And it hasn't even been 2 weeks. Yes. Well, around her face. What? You going to turn around so you can see the people? Yeah. No. Just for a minute. Mary. Mary's okay. Hi. Yeah. 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 Oh my God. And when Willie comes in the house, Mary, mom's got to put you down, honey. You can't stay here. I know. I know. You're always on the ground with the kitties now, aren't you? She's really good. I got to put you down because McLovin is in the house, okay? Oh, look. You got her attention. I said McLovin. You want to say McLovin? I didn't say McDonald's. Down, Mary. Mary down. The only problem is the cat box. We usually keep the boxes that are behind, like we have like curtains and plastic and everything that leads to the upstairs. And so, but with the kittens, we have to keep one, and Mary likes the cat box. The only choice we have is to feed pepper capsules that they actually sell. You don't feed them to her, you feed them to the other animals. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeding them to the kittens. I just have to dust her bunny if she like Mary, and I have to scare her. Mary, and she stops, and I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, Willie's been in the house. It's been crazy here. He also said his ex-wife wants to stay at his daughter's where he's staying. Where are you guys getting this information? This has got to be locals or people. See, here's the thing. If I had a few hours, I could continue to search on Facebook and I know people are making copies of stuff and all this other stuff that goes around. But I just went through several papers and didn't see all this additional information. So this must be like the local chat radios people, because I didn't see any of this. But again, it's only been a day and I like to have sleep and watch my Little House on the Prairie. What's going on, McLovin? Hopefully someone's mobile will find my phone and have battery enough pack charge. You would think, but that one guy only had a small fanny pack. But it'd be dead, and I'm sure even with the battery it would. And I don't know if it'd pick it up out there. Would it really actually pick it up? Yeah, it won't last long. Did this really happen? Which one? The issue? Well, sometimes they don't. So here's the deal. It started out on like the emergency broadcasts, and it came through the expat forums, mostly through the Philippine broadcast, like local. And you now just heard from the major networks like in the last 12 hours. But we knew about it. We posted it yesterday morning to people, and then we went live last night when they said they found 2 of them. So we were within 2-3 hours of them finding them. And so a lot of times, like Elliot Eastman, we were getting information from people living down there. We were getting information from chatting and people, that'll gossip to each other. People are throwing up screenshots of stuff. That's how a lot of this goes around here in the Philippines. And you're going to hear it through the grapevine or the chismes of the people. And then you're going to see it through the local radio stations get it. And now with the vloggers, you got vloggers that have 40 subscribers up to 40,000 that all of a sudden just start talking about this stuff. So George tries to listen in to the ones with Tagalog, and we try to get the information, but I mean, there's a limit. I'd like to sleep because it's, again, this is a channel that pays off a few hundred a month, and we like to try to bring you guys the information. But it happened, and it takes a while. It's now dripping through to the big papers and to the big broadcasting. And when it reaches national, it could be a couple more days. A lot of those big newspapers and places over in like Europe and the United States will wait until they have solid facts. But then again, they printed crap too. But I think they're waiting to hear when they all return to say they returned. They're covering other things that are going on right now. So there's a lot of other big news. So we try to somewhat prioritize some of the news. Like we still haven't gotten around to, again, the female expat that was missing and they found her, but it's because of the topic. Really covering the R word of what happened to her, all sprawled out, and somebody took advantage of her. I can say that much. And there's a bunch of others. And then, of course, the missing baby, or that was not a missing baby, but somebody dumped a baby out in the province. And there's a couple other stories going on right now, but we just try to put it in there what's going on. But it happened. Just like we try to drop some stories to our members. I just dropped one that literally happened within an hour when we did it, because they put photos, and then we have a video too. Can't show it. And basically an SUV attacked an SUV, and I think 5 people were unalived. I don't have it in front of me. And basically, to me, it's all politically tied. So we're in it seems to be politically tied. It was 2 nice SUVs that attacked each other, or that attacked. And I had sent a copy to someone. They're like, I believe that's not real. And I had not sent like the rest of it. And I just sent the video, and I was like, oh no, it's real. And then I told them what happened. And I was like, no, it happened. And so it seemed to also be semi out in the province, and just somebody rolled up on another SUV and opened, fired. And that's a lot going on. So oh no. Ted said there is food in there, but not what you're thinking. Ah, snap. Did you only send salmon? Man, you mean I gotta buy my own junk food today if I'm gonna break out of this sugar rush? Stay away or limit sugar. And I have been. I've been really, really good. So because for me, like, sugar was life situation. and George knows that. I'm not as much of a savory, and we do the occasional fast food and eating out. Not gonna lie about that, but for me, I'll eat ice cream before I will eat, you know, like regular meals, and that's bad. So like I'll go a couple hours and then I'll eat something junk. Not only is a lot of the stuff we had bought was junk and cheap, then it was quick and convenient. So I was eating a lot of packaged food. So I've taken all the packaged foods out of the house, and then I'll just do it. If I want to do something, I'll do it individually. So, and that's for George too, because George eats a lot of salty packaged foods, eats a lot of the street foods. I said, don't do it. Then he does it. If I tell George, do not, he hears, go, go, go. Or he's just stubborn. And so, George, for me, um, the salt thing. For me, it's sugar. For George, it's salt. George likes his sugar too. And so, with us getting up in age, especially his creaky bones and all that, and he's hurting, I told him, I said, you got to be careful of this and that. And so, yeah, I got to limit and the ultra processed foods. And then for me, eating anything else bugs me too. So I got to watch the amount of peanuts, peanut butter, certain beans, and certain things actually flare up my lupus and autoimmune. And I notice when I cut back, and then there's some days that I hurt anyways. Like yesterday was so bad, I could barely move my arms. And I'm like, but I didn't eat anything that would have caused it. So you're still going to have bad days, but it helps. It does help. But thanks, Ruby. Greetings from Guam. What is up, Stephen? Guam is a great place to retire to. I don't know anything about Guam. I know that we used to know some people, and there was a guy that used to come in our live stream. I can't even remember his name at this point. Been over a year. It was a gentleman off of Sunshine Shoulders, and I don't know anything. I know it's a small island. I heard it was limited on things. I thought there was only 1 or 2 hospitals over there. I'm not sure, and I don't know anything about Guam. Guam is a small island paradise, and it's a great place to retire. We discussed that, McLovin. We discussed that. They're going to find those guys sitting on the rail at Kokomo's. I want to let you know, McLovin, George said that yesterday in the live stream. It was hilarious. He said, watch it turn out to be that these guys did something, and that was their cover for whatever happened. And we joked, and then I said it gave me an ideal if something happened to George and him going up and down the stairs. And we had discussed they were going to find him somewhere in a couple of days. They were just hanging out or getting away from their girlfriends or whatever. We figured there was something going on, but I mean, or hey, maybe it was the Philippine government. Maybe they needed something in the news. You ever wonder about that stuff? Is like, I still wonder about the Elliot Eastman thing, guys. It still goes through my head. It goes through a lot of people's head because we called in November and December. We covered that pretty thorough, that all of a sudden they would just announce it and try to get it over. And they did. I believe it happened like right before Christmas. And that way by Christmas and New Year's, they would have it all out of the way. And they did. And then nothing else was brought up. They had somebody come forward to say that he was put over the side of a boat, never recovered anything. Which brings me back around to the theory. The very first video we provided of the guy that was found in the ocean up and around the area on the other side there in Mindanao was probably him. And I just don't think they try to claim it belonged to a guard of one of the officials down there, and that the wife said, yeah, I think that's him situation. And me and George is like, eh. And so we think there was something. We've heard all kinds of stuff since. And so it's just crazy. And then that other guy in the ATM and the money thing. There was nothing that ever came up over that investigation of that, the ATM. Don't go to the ATM that at night. The guy withdrew 50,000 pesos. It was supposedly to pay for something. And supposedly the boyfriend had it, but they attacked the American and unalived him. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So there was something else going on with that. And a lot of people agreed with that. They're just, I don't know. Hash House Harriers is an international hiking group all over the world. There is a chapter in Angeles. Oh, Okay. You said hash, man. You had me at hash browns, hashish, hash, China hash. I was there, man. Oh, our China Road song in the background. Oh, oh, China Road. I heard, was it the Doobie Brothers? Dun, dun. Hey, what's going on, Victoria? What is going on, guys? I'm gonna take a quick in between to ask you guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have the sister channel that's live with us today, Expatainment Talk Philippines. If you guys aren't subscribed to our sister channel, Expatainment, we do drop other videos on there on some expat help, and it's we have expat help videos on Philippine Antics too, but for sure that this is more of mostly just live stream. So the pet videos and additional things that we're going to be doing usually is falling on that other channel. So we've been running both channels, and we appreciate you guys subscribing to either, both, and consider membership. And thank you for supporting the channel. What I'll do is, being we have some additional people in here, I'm just going to run through again and show you the guys coming in for those that didn't see it. That's one of them they found, by the way. I didn't recognize either of that guy. I, like George said, the guy took his LinkedIn photo. One of those guys, I believe it was the guy with the oil can shirt on. That's him, but they used an old photo. That I'm still trying to get over the shirt, guys. Yeah, see, those are the two guys. Yeah, I guess that's him right there. That it doesn't look like either of them. Wait a minute. Which guys was that? I can't figure that out, guys. I can't. But we have the footage. There's the train, guys, and it was deep in the bush, man. Like George last week. I was deep in the bush. Skeet, skeet. The muddiness.
But where did you let the car? It was your last. Alex, what Mundane Expat?
3 o'clock on Wednesday.
Wednesday, 3 o'clock. You separated.
Yes.
All right. I just found something additional. They're just gonna keep putting stuff out, of course. Somebody posted that the foreign hikers missing in Valencia, Bukidnon mountain range is known to be very, very dangerous in more than one way. We've told you guys. In the deep jungles, it's also the training grounds for CPP, NPA, and NDF, and this is not good armies. And so they call them leftists. So multiple reasons. So still, why? I don't care for trails for what. And this isn't a given right that you guys need to be out there hiking, like me and George talked about. If I'm gonna get some exercise and go hiking, I'm gonna hike up my stairs and go upstairs again and back down those stairs. I don't know why. It's like Elliot Eastman. It's like, why? That was your life dreams and goals. And when I say it's not a given right, I don't know why you would still put yourself in any form of danger. So They didn't get nabbed, but they're lost. And we still don't know if they've been nabbed or not. We don't know that. There's now I did see where it says that they said they feel that's not what happened to them at this point, that they're going to find him. That's what they've said, but they said a lot of things about Elliot Eastman too. So, and I really went on yesterday, me and George, about people like lose their mind. They get over and they do all kinds of things. Okay, they're professional hikers, or they've been doing it, or not their first time, or whatever. They sure the hell ain't professionals out there trying to dodge them dudes. I don't get it. I don't know. It is what it is. Somebody said more missing foreigners. There it is. They failed to return to their rental house, and that's when I joked, yeah, they want their rent paid. Yeah, it said, of course, somebody, the Weather Philippines, uh, did a report on it too, and said, yeah, they reportedly split up. That's all they had to say about that one. Everybody, including us, are reporters now. So you're going to hear a million different stories. Content Creators Philippines, here they are posting it. Reportedly split up. Thank you for that update there. Sunstar Cebu. Oh wow, they tried everything. Check it out. Navigating the wilderness, mastering basic signals, Morse code, compass reading, trail signs. No, this is an actual class that you guys can take. Sorry, it came up underneath the article. And it says here they're willing to teach you all of that. Hey, maybe Morse code will help them out there. I don't know. We're going to tap on the trees. I have no idea. I'm out there. Oh, no. I give up on trying to search here for you guys on that matter. I'm guessing next time mark their initial route with tapes to guide them back if they get lost. Yeah, I doubt they're able to do that. It'd be interesting. And Doggyful, you need to sit down. Wolfgang went looking for Derwayne or Schnitzel. Uh, yeah. Could be. Yeah, George was talking about that, turning the shirts inside out situation and all of that, but just not play with it. Come on. I I guess it's because even when I was at my healthiest point, because like I said, you guys know I ain't always been this big. The lupus and my health problems have not helped. And, in my healthy times, I still wouldn't have considered that. When I see people that are on the edge of those mountains and their ropes break and all that, and I'm like, dumbass. And it's okay. People like Tom Cruise, they like the thrill stuff. What kind of thrill is it out there playing dodge the NPA out there that they want to do, or to take that risk like Elliot Eastman? It's just stupidity. And these guys hiking, I get it. I get it, but not there, sweeties. Be back here at the house banging George or something. I'm not gonna be out there. You might get me in the mall to drink some bubble tea or something, but for Christ's sake, go get your woman, have a few beers, go to some of these other places, and I don't. That was really extremely odd. All of a sudden, the news popped open. Oh, maybe there's something on here. That was really weird. That was weird. Maybe I'm gonna have to figure that's a ghost. Maybe it's because I said the word banging. Because I've been looking for additional information, and that just popped open on its own. That is so weird. Boy, the internet is slow. It is the weekend. But either way, I don't understand it. I don't know how you guys feel about these guys all being out there. They're up there in age and they're out there hiking in a dangerous terrain and a dangerous area known for, not the nicest people. It doesn't make any sense. And I guarantee that's probably on the list of an area not to go on top of that. So at least you guys out there seeing your girlfriend and that's what you're out there to do, then, take her somewhere like local to like a bar or do something or hang out in the house and watch Netflix for Christ's sake. I just don't get it. Nah, they're pretty much repeating the same thing. It's the exact same thing time after time. So, oh well, that stunk. Whatever ghost things got going on here. I am doggyful. Be nice. I think they make a good couple. And I think they've both put up with each other and been together for a long time. Yeah, she's Shih Tzu, and I can never, every time my mind goes blank on her. She's another one of them, and one of you guys remember, I don't know if it's Victoria or somebody that remembers what she is. She's Shih Tzu, and um, she's another one of those little dogs. What's the other Royal Empress, Royal Chinese dogs that they have? It's the other one, but she's a mix of them. And her face is even shorter in the front, but she sure seems big. Like forever, I didn't think she was going to grow. Now, the girl is always snacked. I know she's getting up there in size and everything, but she's probably about as big as she's going to get. But she seems bigger than the dogs that Baby May's holding, but the other breed is small. So, but I got to watch her. She's not fixed yet. And we keep letting Willie in the house. That's what I was starting to say earlier. As soon as Willie comes in there, she is all over him like a wet blanket, man. Like me in the middle of the night on George, where he's like, "Don't touch me." He's like, "Don't touch me." And so when George is ready to sleep, he's ready to sleep, right? But she does. She sniffs his parts and everything. I'm like, "Calm down, girl." Like she gets excited. And I'm like, "Holy crap!" Because she did go in heat a couple weeks ago, but I don't know how that works. But I'm like, we don't need puppies. I mean, we're dealing with these kittens right now, but. Oh, hush. You hear drama kitty? Drama kitty, guys. Don't be so dramatic. Don't be so dramatic. Well, what do you got to say about those hikers? Yeah, tell them to come home. Come home. Come home. Should they come home? Should they have stayed home? What do you think? Should they have stayed home? Huh? Huh, Meg? We call her Nutmeg because of her colors, but we just call her Meg. George wants to call her Tater Tot. She is tiny. No, hush. Oh, she is dramatic. Like if she's sleeping and her brothers, she's got two brothers, they touch her. Oh crap. Then she screams. And this one right here we call Salem. Look how big he is compared to her. These guys are only 6 weeks old. And look at the size of his mitts. I think we're convinced to keep them all at this point. We did get support to have them fixed, but they got to be between 5 and 6 months old, and I'm like, by then they're full grown almost. Look at him. This one's so serious. What's up, Salem? Hmm? And we believe his eyes will stay bluish green. His dad outside, and we're not responsible for the original. When she got pregnant, the original mother cat was a stray living outside. She was a small kitten that was over behind car wheels, lived out there for a few months, and then moved to our yard and was sleeping with the dog. I know that didn't sound right, but Shih Tzu. No, Calvin said that. Yeah, no, I'm extremely like my gut feeling says something's going to happen. Sorry, Cal. That's where I'm at. Something tells me if he doesn't get his ass up out of there, anything can happen. Like I know that I'm a different person, and believe it or not, I've calmed down because I think about stuff that's happened here. If it would have happened to me in the U.S., I'd have been off like a rocket, man. And And when I got here, I did bring some of my attitude. And I've discussed this over time with expats that you can't bring that drama here, but you will. And then you have the expat drama that's here. And, and for me now, with my medical conditions, I can't even have the basic alcohol anymore. And so I don't drink. I don't have anything to like calm me down or chill me out or anything. I don't do substances. I don't do that's just the way it is. It's just me. Calvin's back there among all those problems, and he is a former addict. He has said that. That is not me putting that out. He says it all the time. That is my concern is his nerves, the anxiety issues going on, and things are 10 times worse with stuff. It's not that I feel that he'll do that. It's just hard. It's just got to be hard. And I worry that he might get in some trouble with the things going on, um, which I don't blame him. It's just crazy. I hope he's okay, and he just needs to get back here. And then he said something about, I think the last thing he said is the daughter wants to bring his original wife back in. Like, I guess she's going to stay there for a week or two. Can you imagine Calvin with that first wife that he said that he had a lot of issues with? Oh, that's where the stress is going to come in. If you tried to put me back in with my first husband, that would be a problem. As a matter of fact, I've had to deal with my ex in the past, not, anytime recent, but like when my daughter had a baby and during certain events, we had to be in the same area. And originally I just didn't want anything. So I can't imagine. I can't. The two that was found left a group because they did they run out of that oil? Oh, okay. So them guys over in Valencia. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't see anything additional put out. I appreciate that, Mr. Fulton. No, this was a little baby girl. Sad. I have some of the footage, but like I said, I try not to do stories that are just Filipino based that doesn't have anything really to it, but it is sad. And the crazy part is adoption is harder here than it is anywhere else in the world, especially the United States, for good reasons. But there are people that just manage to, take care of children. And so, but looks like they turned the baby in. So they probably had their own families and stuff to deal with. And so it'll be a while before that baby's adopted. But the sad part is it was early AM and they just rolled up. I believe it was early AM. It might have been 5 o'clock. It might have been just dark time. And they dropped the box and took off. It's crazy. They put them in front of a sorry store, I believe. It's insane. What is going on, Brian? Philly in the Philippines is in the house. What is going on? So I'll bring junk food, all the sweet U.S. junk food, LL, next week, and you'll have a suitcase full of junk food. I emailed you for a list. Thanks. I know this is my next few weeks to misbehave. It's like veg out, watch Little House on the Prairie, and junk food it out. So then I'll go for a hike. What is going on? What are you two doing? Don't be. They're at a stage where the kittens are biting each other, challenging each other, fighting each other. And I watch them go up the back of the couch, over the front. They just drop down the back. They parkour off the couch, and they're insane. The kittens are insane. Hey, what is going on, Scott? Yeah, I thought George would drop back in because he left a couple hours ago. He might not be. Yeah, too much salty food is high risk for high blood pressure and heart attack and stroke. And yes, his side of the family has stroke issues for sure. And then, like me, eating the sugar, the high carbs is just causing the weight gain, plus the steroids. And I don't eat a high amount, but it's enough to add up the calories. Like, I seen a show the other day where the person's like, oh, I consume 7,000 calories in one sitting. No, people assume that's what's going on, but it's not. But I know that I used to have like 3 or 4 coffees a day, and they were 2 packs at a time. And when I looked each one was like 28 grams for every coffee I had. That added up quick. So just having the coffees was more than the calories of food allotted in a day. And I'm like, crap. And just bad choices. So, but it adds up. It really does. And for me, it's about the pain level. So it's more for my joints. Yes, I get if I lose weight, it helps with the joints. I just don't want to be in pain. So I hear ya. Need us to take George hiking? Yes, please, McLovin. Somebody get George out. So he's supposed to be doing some out and about videos, but who knows? And you're not going to see like I was kind of hoping he would show some of the family. Like he showed that family outing, like we had a photo, and then he did that thing last year. I think it was like in what November. It's been a while, but he won't show any of that area. I mean, he's recorded some in San Fernando and other areas, but yeah, he won't put the family compound. Like they have an oversized house over there, and so yeah, it's pretty sweet. His brother goes over there. His brother's a doctor, and he does things with his uncle. It's really cool. I'm happy that he's starting to spend more and more time because I was telling you guys that us being cooped on top of each other during the pandemic, and then I was like, okay, we're going here and doing this, and we were so used to spending so much time. I wanted to spend time, and then finally at some point, I'm like, dude, you got to do something. So, and he wanted to, and then he started spending more and more time and it gives him time to spend time with his daughter, which I'm really, he has discussed about that he has a child here, and it's really great because he has not seen her since she was a baby. So, but yeah, so it's nice. And this has been discussed before. I just want to let you know in case George does a rewatch, like, what's going on? No, it's really nice. Uh, hey, I'm just reading through her. Hey, China Grove. Yeah, Doobie Brothers. China Grove. Right? George wanted me to go hiking with him up the volcano. Nope, not now. Well, right. And honestly, George these days, I think he could do it, but I think he'd be sorry for a couple days. Yeah, I mean, he looks extremely young and he's way healthier than me in some manners, but he still has his own limits and stuff. I'm more worried about, you know, the situation of the salt and blood pressure. And when I met him, it was astronomical. I couldn't believe it. I had to make sure he had his pills at least twice a day. When we met, I mean, within a few days, I knew he was taking them, and it was up there. It was way over 200. And I said, you should be in the hospital. I don't even know how he got away with blood pressure like that. But between the job, the hours he kept, it's, insane. I'm surprised, but I'm really surprised. When I had blood pressure that got like that one time, and I think it was triggered by my migraines. I was on injections every month for severe migraines. And I believe that's what triggered it. And I take blood pressure meds too, but it usually doesn't get. But one time it got way over 200, and I went in. I was throwing up and everything else, but I'd had a headache for 3 days. So, but with no high blood pressure, and I guess it just got so bad. How did they find the two but not the others? As I'm to understand, they're saying that they sat it out or something, and I think the other ones continue to watch. I found one thing where that's what I've been trying to look for on my phone, and it it stated something about part of like what they did as far as drinking water and what they did, but I cannot find it. Yes, hire a local guide. Yeah. Bigfoot Philippines edition, right? They left us too. I can tell you exactly who the two are that were found and who is the boyfriend of the girl, but this is the ADHD live stream. Okay. Um, we already said who the two were that were found. That was already in there. But have a good one, Heidi and everyone. I'm going to have a drink and watch baseball. Chris Fulton, for your information, saying I can't stay on topic and said it was an ADHD stream. I just want to let you know that I already discussed the topic. This is a live stream. It's been on topic, and going through the comments and different things going on, it does change. So I don't get your situation. So, okay. Philippine Antics newsroom. I mean, it's always been like that. Kittens everywhere. Chickens everywhere. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? The Philippine P. Philippine Antics gives common sense, boots on the ground advice, real content. Yeah, and that's why also, I'm still stuck on Mr. Fulton here because, I mean, a lot of this was covered in the beginning and things change based on if something said, it causes me to say something else. They didn't have a guide. We hiked Mount Apo Mount, Gitting, and you had to have a guide. Yeah, I'm surprised too. George was, but he called that out. He said they probably didn't have a guide was probably the issue. Even though they made a mistake, I don't think it's a laughing matter. Ah, that shirt was a laughing matter. So neither was a bunch of other things covered, but yeah. Could these hikers make a movie? Oh, I doubt it. I don't think it was that. Probably depends on what happened to the other four and what they've got to say. Oh, they left me behind. It's a possibility. Yeah, Pekingese. You're right, Victoria. It was Pekingese. Yeah, that's it. She's Pekingese and Shih Tzu. So, yeah. Sweet kitties. Yeah, it looks like a Black Panther. Yeah, the look in his face, like he's got a super long nose and everything. He's really, yeah, he's really, really cute. Yeah, Pekingese. Yeah, Pekingese. I have no idea the Filipino P. I've heard people mention that. I mean, has that been substantiated? Was these fake papers brought up by other channels? Don't know. PP loan. I've heard that, and who knows? I know the only thing that I know is that a lot of these expats keep all their crap back in the US. They keep their banking, they have their mail sent there, they still make the appearance they live there. I'm trying to figure, and this is already public information, I'm still trying to figure how he's married to his wife and she's an American or she's a Filipino and still a Filipino citizen. She's living in the US and he's living over here in the Philippines. And his Filipino son is over in the United States with his mother now. So it's like all of them have switched roles in where they're living. And I don't know how they maintain that, if he's maintaining a 13A but I am sure at some point he's talked about these or insinuations, or it is in the end up to the Philippine, to determine that. I don't know anything about that PP loan. I heard something along the lines of people saying things about how he afforded to build that house based on the type of income he has. And I mean, it could have all come from members. Honestly, it could have, he could have had a ton of money coming in from the side. Who knows? Yeah, pay back the loan. Yeah, I have no idea. Victoria, my brain's not working right now. Good morning. Our Philippine journey and them talking about having Arlene more on his channel. I have also migraine since 1977. Now I'm a senior. The aura I immediately take the prescribed meds. Recently hit. Yeah, one did. I think it's dealing with allergies, and they were burning trash the other day. They burnt everything in that lot across the street. There were ashes in the pet water outside. I had to bring the dog in. Had to seal the house up. There was windows open upstairs, and that it was within 24 hours, and so that's what was going on there. Thank you, Victoria. Appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, Michael J? What is going on? So, for those that just came in, this is coverage in regards to we had footage of the girlfriend of one of the expats. I guess is still missing. I don't know if this is one of them beforehand. And so we have the interview. I'll play it one more time. And I already played the other video for those that
Have an interview for a while.
I know. We're from the province. I'm the provincial. Yes. We
this
feel
guy
you,
will
sir.
not talk.
I'm very, very sorry for what happened. So, can we just have a single
Short statement only.
sir? Yes.
How about you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good morning. We're the provincial information officers of the province. Yes. So, you are, ma'am? Connie? Connie. So, you are a partner of one of the hikers? So, what happened, ma'am?
Well, normally it's their hobby every Wednesday, the other day. It's like their exercise.
Oh, okay.
They are seniors.
Oh, yes.
So just a humble mistake. Last Wednesday that they got really lost
track.
the first time. So normally they just come back around 3 p.m. or 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
My partner did show up around at least 6 p.m. in the evening. So and I wait until 8 p.m. for the start.
Oh, okay. So, what time did they start the hiking, ma'am?
Normally they start 8 p.m. 8 a.m. Directly moving attention.
Oh, okay.
About ladder.
Okay.
How about the route, ma'am? Is this their regular route?
He knows the going to Ocean 25 Falls.
Yes.
I hope they all don't get lost. I don't know, they facing north.
Oh, okay. So, about what happened, any statement, ma'am? Or maybe you want to ask for additional assistance, or what can the government help you? Yes, helping us. So, all their needs are catered. As of the moment, all your needs are catered. Okay. Thank you for your time, ma'am. Okay.
That's either the mayor or the governor. I'm not sure who this guy is. So, but I know he's a government official that was with her. So there she is, letting people know what was really going on. They were just getting exercise. So, yeah. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? What is going on? Got a lot of nabs going on. Yeah, I don't see any updates right now. A lot of stuff about Duterte and the other things going on. That's weird. They had a sooner update on GMA, but all they did was copy the same thing coming from GMA. So there was one 23 hours ago, one 15 hours ago, but nothing additional. I think that's all the update we are going to have on that, guys. Nope. I think that's it there. Irritation and allergies also going to a chiropractor may help for the headaches. Keep up water intake. Yes, in the hot countries, yeah. Because my sinuses have been clogged too. Need to drink more water. I agree on that. Yeah. Hey, what is going on? Hey, Sarah. Hi. The province. It was Valencia. Let's see. Somebody won that lottery. Negros Oriental, Cito, Lunas, Barangay, Malabo, Valencia, Negros. So I just think it's funny how two of them were only being told by their first names. Everybody saying hi. If those hikers cross path with bad elements, they could easily be held for ransom. Yeah, I mean, we don't know how the rest of this will play out. Hopefully, they're found safe. But yes, I mean, I guess as of yesterday, George mentioned it, but I didn't think about them all being out there until they just listed them again. And so, yeah, we can only hope that they come in safely. Hey, what's going on? Sperlin is in the house. Yeah, so. All right, guys. I think I was just checking to see if George was saying he was on his way, and I don't see that he is. So I was kind of waiting to see if he would come in. So this is just an update and wanted to do the live stream so you guys could see the videos. Hey, what's going on, Patriot for Life? What's going on? What's going on, Ronald? And just wanted to give you guys that update. And I appreciate everybody coming in, and make sure you guys subscribe and do a thumbs up on the video. And if you want to see the live stream from yesterday, you can check it out. And thank you, Sarah, for coming in here, and Ruby. And thank you to our members, our Philippine Journey, and Brian, Philly in the Philippines, was in today, and Scott and Aziza's World. And of course, Ted was in the house. Thank you. We'll get that box open. Should be here probably tonight, and we'll get that video up. And of course, Bobby G was in the house. Victoria, thank you. Oh my God. Bobby, if I forget somebody here, the members that were actually in today. Of course, we had Tony and Jen. Thank you so much. M Doggy Full Racer X. Guys, we will talk to you later. Tuesday will be the next live stream, or unless something comes up, then I might be doing. If they find a bunch of them, then we might be on tonight or something. So I will talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys later.